Hey, and welcome to video number 5, which is stage number 1, which is getting ready. You're actually going to be fairly amazed on how simple this strategy is. But it is a very overlooked strategy when people create support videos for their products. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people go straight to stage number 2 and talk about how to use their product. This is the preparation stage. The preparation stage and the purpose of this stage is to help speed things up for your customer. So if you think about it, whatever you tell the customer to do beforehand, once they actually use your product, your system, your software, your report, or anything like that, then they will have the necessary tools or knowledge to help speed things up. By doing this, it actually increases your stick rate and it actually lowers your support tickets, because at this point your customer feels like, wow, my unanswered questions were answered. I'm motivated. I'm really excited to truly use this product. Let's do a little bit brainstorming. I want to ask you some questions and I want you to jot down on a piece of paper or type this up. What do you need to do before using your product? And I'm going to give you some examples so that you understand this a little better. Or what kind of knowledge will help you speed things up? For example, in this video product, I gave you in the introduction, what kind of tools you're going to need, an overview of the whole video series as a whole so that you can understand what you're about to get into. So what kind of knowledge will help them speed things up? The easiest way that I found to implement this strategy is to think systematically. Step number 1, you need to do this. Step number 2, you need to do this. Step number 3, you can actually use the product. And then step number 4 and so on. So right now you're looking at step number 1 and step number 2 has nothing to really do with the product itself. Let's say, for example, if step number 3 is a piece of software or a system that your product is all about, then you need to make sure that you create videos for step number 1 and 2. Let me give you some real live examples. This product, for example, step number 1, preparation, would be the introduction, what kind of tools you need to use, how it all works, questions, and so forth. So this video product, I talked about the introduction, what tools you need. That was the preparation stage. Step number 2 is creating the video support center, which is actually the product. So for example, the reason why you purchased this product was because you were interested in creating a video support center. So for example, when I created the product here, I started out with, okay, this idea is creating a video support center. Well, what needs to be done beforehand? The preparation, the introduction, the customer analysis, the beta testing to create that list of questions. And then creating the list of questions and turning those into videos. So that's an example. Software, let's say a Google keyword tool. Step number 1, you need to make sure that you understand what keyword to go after. So you need to do your research. So for the preparation stage, let's say I'm doing a video center for Google keyword tool. In that case, I would create a video on video research, niche research, brainstorming. I would say this is how to do niche research. This is how to figure out what niche that you're going into. And this is how to figure out what keyword you want to find. Step number 2, I would say go to Google keyword tool, enter these keywords into the software. So step number 1 in this case would be the preparation stage. Step number 2 would actually be the stage number 2. Another good example is cooking a cake. Let's say you go to the store and you buy some cake batter. So the product is cake batter. Now, before you actually make a cake, you need to preheat the oven. And then you need to mix the batter, which is using the product itself. So in this case, of course, step number 1 is preparation stage. You're telling the user they need to preheat the oven, they need to get the cake batter and this and that before they actually use the product. So as you can see here, prepare the customer for your product. Everything you can do, prepare them for the product. And whether that includes 2 or 3 videos, they will actually thank you later because they will be more motivated to use a product because they will understand what they need to do to use the product. So now you understand how the preparation stage works. You really can see how easy it is. And the next stage is the how-to stage.